Hi everyone. Today we will be looking at Lookback.io, which is a simple yet powerful tool for conducting user research. The tool reduces the inconvenience associated with being physically present for conducting user research. It allows us to conduct these tasks remotely over the internet. It lets us capture audio, video, as well as the screen of the user, which makes it a suitable replacement for in-person interviews. Further, the captured audio and videos can also be saved. This allows us to watch the unaltered videos at a later time, which is useful for making minute inferences. Another useful feature of Lookback.io is that it supports multiple platforms. We can use the tool for testing both websites as well as mobile phone applications on Android as well as iOS. In fact, they even let us upload APKs for Android applications to allow us for an organic user experience. Now, let's take a look at the website. So here you can see the exact URL on how to access the website. It's called lookback.io. The website provides some basic information on how to use Lookback and some features. We will quickly into the important features for now. There are three kinds of user testing environments that Lookback.io supports. The first one is called live moderated testing. In this form of user testing, we are connected to the user via audio or video in real time. We interact with the user as we would over a Skype call, and we give them instructions on what to do. During all this time, we get to see the user's screen, their actions, and how they interact with our applications, which are very valuable observations. The next one is called unmoderated self-tests. Here, we send the user some context and some instructions on the tasks we would like them to perform in our application. This is not a real-time interview. The user can undertake the interview at their convenience and in any environment. The added convenience comes at the cost of the loss of flexibility in conducting the interview. What this means is that the users are stuck with only the information we provide them in the beginning, and we can't interact with the person in real time to give them personalized feedback or instructions. Lastly, we have an in-person testing. This is a simplified way of conducting interviews when the user is physically present with you. It allows us it allows us to use the tool to directly record and observe, saving us the effort of setting up cameras and mics. The most important of the three kinds of available interactions is the live moderated testing. We will now see how to launch a live moderated testing session. First, sign up for an account on lookback.io. This is a fairly simple process, and the sign up and creating an account is free for the first 14 days. However, it is easy to create new accounts in case you need more time. So after you sign up and log in, you're presented with this screen which shows you the projects that you have already created and lets you manage them. Now let's create an application. The website asks you the devices you would like to allow users to test your app on and lets you select from desktop, Mac, iOS, and Android. By default, all three of them are selected. We will go ahead with the selection. Next, we have to provide a sample name for our application. We will just call it sample app. Next, the website asks whether our application is a website or a mobile phone application. If it is a mobile phone app, it also lets us upload a file containing our app for users to install on their phones. In this tutorial, we will test a website, but the process remains the same even for a mobile phone application. Now, we need to provide a link to the website we would like our users to test. We have a sample website here, and we're just going to use this. Lastly, We can add some text to be shown to users both before and after the session. This allows us to set some context for them and also can be used for a post-session survey. We will skip this for now. Now we are ready to launch a session. We click on the live project and then select the live session option. Now we have a link which we need to share with our users. Now we take a quick look at the user's perspective. When the user opens up the link we sent, in this case on a phone, we see that it redirects them to a website which contains some further instructions. The website prompts the users to install an application called Loopback Participate. Once installed, the user simply clicks on Participate and it opens up our application. The user is then asked to give their consent heading into the session, as well as provide some information such as their name and email. They are also given a suggestion to put on headphones for easier communication over audio. Next, the user is shown some options on the kind of data they are willing to share. We will select all three. And that's it from the user side. Once their setup is complete, we find that a session which is ready to join shows up on our dashboard. We now click here and here to join the session. We now wait for the user to accept our session call. Now, once the users connect, we end up on this screen. Take a quick second to observe this interface. We can now hear the user, look at their video, and also view their screen. Once done with our interaction, we can end our session to save a captured video. We can then go back to the dashboard and click on the session to re-watch it carefully. That's it for this demo on Lookback.io. Feel free to reach out to us in case you have any more questions on the tool. Thanks so much for watching.